All right. Welcome back to Geekset Rewind 1,000-Year Blood War. Like we said,
okay.
Bringing a shout out to all our Bleach fans. But this is our Rewind podcast that we are doing, brought to you exclusively by Sway's Universe. Shout out to Sway and Reggie, man. You know what I'm saying? Always got a big
shout out to Sway.
Yeah, man.
Shout out to Reggie.
If you've been following us on this journey, man, we have been recapping and reviewing The Last of Us, Naughty Dog's video game turned to a TV show, and it's been an amazing time, man. So let's go ahead and get into our recap of the episode, our synopsis, and then we'll go ahead and jump into it. And remember, if you want to watch our live viewing of this, of us commentating, watching it, and everything, make sure you go to the Patreon right here.
Well, I guess I should.
There you go. Yeah, we see where you go.
I don't know where I gotta point either.
We got the screen now, so there should be
no. Wasn't even throwing me off
in this general vicinity.
Right.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and get into the recap of episode 6. Ken. Three months after Henry and Sam's death, Joel and Ellie reach a small, thriving community in Jackson, Wyoming, where Joel is reunited with Tommy, whose wife Maria is pregnant. Ellie learns about Sarah's fate from Maria. Joel confides in Tommy about Ellie's immunity and his own decline in mental state. Joel asks Tommy to take Ellie to the Fireflies, as he is afraid he cannot keep her safe. Ellie overhears them and confronts Joel, who insists they will part ways. In the morning, Joel changes his mind after remembering his daughter, and the two of them travel to Colorado on horseback. They find the Fireflies have vacated their base, possibly relocating to a hospital in Utah. Joel and Ellie attempt to escape the group of raiders when one of them attacks Joel. Joel kills him, but is stabbed during the struggle. Joel and Ellie escape the others, but Joel soon collapses and falls off their horse, leaving Ellie unsure how to proceed. All right, so episode 6, first review on it. How you feeling?
I mean, I like it. I thought it was a good episode.
It was
a nice change up of
This
pace.
is a deeper episode.
Well,
It was
that's
a deep
what
episode.
it seems like this series has been doing that. They've been doing like action and then a really heartfelt story and action and then another.
This one was a little bit more heartfelt. This was
Deuces
Heartfelt?
also.
More heartfelt than Frank?
But no, yeah, I mean, I think this was finally him finding his brother, which I mean, you know, if anybody would have thought, like if I never saw the show or didn't talk to nobody, I would honestly thought he'd have been spending the whole season trying to find his brother. You know what I'm saying? So
Fair.
I'm saying, like the fact that they did it earlier and that he already found them, and you got to kind of get a deep, kind of understanding of their relationship since you got to think you ain't seen him since the first episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And that was pre-pandemic,
pre-pandemic or whatever. Yeah, and then you just know that this has been Joel's driving force.
Yeah, and like I said, I didn't know. Like I said, from someone not playing the game, or whatever. You like, if I was watching it, I'm thinking like, this motherfucker gotta be dead. You ain't seen this one in years. Like, you got
well, like no, remember you at least knew that they had been talking.
Because remember.
And then I don't remember how long. I don't think they even said in the show how long it had been since he had last heard from
Well,
him.
it sounds like they talk on a regular, right? Because remember when Tess was like, Tommy stopped replying.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
So it's like,
I'm saying I don't know how long it was from that last one.
Then it gotta have been pretty much, because I mean, if you think about the fact that Tess was able to tell him, and she told him that during like the beginnings of us watching it. So it's like it's only been a stop of a couple of months. Oh, season.
Well, yeah, because with the time, that's when we talk about the time, and just like, because we knew that like for 20 years, him and Joel been doing their thing, right? And then at some point, like I said, it sounds like as if Tommy was on a run, and then while he was on a run, not like run away from people, but he was on a run, and then he ended up finding this community.
Well, I mean, you also got to realize he was the Firefly.
Yeah.
So Joel wasn't the Fire. You know what I'm saying?
Well, no, he said in the first episode that Tommy stopped being, or was it the second episode?
Right, but I'm saying why Tommy and Joel was split apart from each other.
Like they were still
he
talking.
was rolling with the Fireflies.
No, I thought it was like I thought they were still talking while he was with the Fireflies.
No, he was, but I'm saying while they're apart. What I mean by apart means like they're not in the same town with each other.
No, that's what I'm saying. Because he said he's like from this episode, he said he stopped talking to him when he got to the new town.
Yeah.
Right. Like so, like he was like so as long he's like when he broke up from the Fireflies, it was pretty much on the, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
On the run or whatever. Which we don't know if they were still talking during that time. Because I don't know if Joe ever made a statement that he left the Fireflies. But that's what Tommy was saying. Like I pretty much stopped contact with you once I got to this new
Well,
town.
because remember he
You
said
know what I'm
that all they asked was to
that's
follow
what
the
they-
rules, and they rules is like, hey, don't be talking to niggas on the outside.
Because I mean, cause I guess, and that's so
Hey,
that's
they were
what-
like, hey, don't be talking, don't be.
yeah, we ain't trying to bring nobody up in here, fam.
Which, going back to episode 1, I said that would be my rule. Once I get my community, like, all right, that's it. It's the community. We don't need no new niggas.
They got 300 people in there, fam. They still had the vested people. You ain't gonna just be for y'all.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
they had enough where that old couple was like, hey, we don't see who be out there, but they be leaving them bodies. They be leaving them bodies.
that's why they don't bother with them. They knew better though too. They probably like, we ain't finna go. Like that's what I'm saying. Like what Didge was trying to say, like people, everybody is bad or whatever. It's like them old people, they was good.
The first thing that made it look like that's mirrored the game though was the opening sequence when they was looking at that dam.
It uses the river's movement and turns it into electricity.
How does it do that?
Look, I know what it is. I don't know how it does it.
You know, you could have just made something up. I would have. How are we getting across?
And so like as they're going, like say, start seeing Joe and Ellie bonding a little bit more.
Yeah.
They was getting that. Well, I mean, Ellie was just getting on Joe's nerves, but they was getting their conversations on. Like it was definitely an episode like that where it was a lot of real banter between them.
Yeah.
Like you kind of see, and because like I said, you got to think. I think that's really what you had to see too, because it was 3 months later. Like you're not gonna be not talking to each other.
Right.
Right.
But
Joel
then-
and them can't be on. What
They can't be on it. They went through. You've been through so much
Yeah,
shit.
because I mean in 3 months.
And the time jump also happened in the game as well too, like that. So,
Oh, it did. Okay.
Yeah.
Because
So-
you have to do. Like you have to.
Because at a certain point in the game, it becomes quench.
Yep. And so it's like, then like I said, of course, the horseback crew come, which I don't see why that took you aback, dog. Like you literally was like, why they on horseback? I'm like,
I was just
in
like,
this world, what you expect?
I was like, that was just kind of wild for me to just kind of see, like, y'all definitely deep somewhere.
Yeah. Oh.
like it's a jump. Like you go from like even in the TV show form, like you go from like the first 5 episodes of literally trucks piling through shit, all like city shit for real, and then you get a tie jump 3 months later, and then now horses are out here. It's
I'm
like,
gonna
bro,
tell you
who
why.
y'all run up? Where y'all at?
Why
Like,
you shouldn't have been surprised. You knew they was moving west. You knew they was going to the Wild West.
I'm mad that you had to. I bet you had to throw the wild in there, fam.
Because that's what it is. And the Wild West, I feel like now they're in Wyoming and all of that on horses. So
Yeah.
20 years in the apocalypse they will be.
I wanted to ask him
Oh,
before. I just wanted to ask this because you had said something during the show that I was like, damn, Bacardi got cutthroat. Did you want the dog to maul Ellie, dog? Because you was just like, Joe, just let it happen, Joe.
No,
And
I meant
damn.
my let it happen was like I felt like Joe was finna be like, wait, she done it. You know what I'm saying? Like that nigga, like he said, I didn't know what to say type shit. I'm like, boy, I'm trying to tell Joe, like, just chill out, man. Just be cool, man. Ellie looking over at him, they looking back at each other. I'm like, boy, be cool.
Because
like,
that dog, that bloodhound, like I said, he can sniff out the infected. Joe was straight, but then when it was getting to Ellie, I was like, yo, I don't know how this is gonna go down.
like,
Which you would think that it would still smell.
yeah, I thought it was.
But we don't. That's the thing. We still don't know what it is in Ellie's blood. So even like because she's immune, so she's
but
not.
you can see the like.
That's just the result of the bite. If she's not infected,
The bite just.
yeah.
I thought. I ain't gonna lie. I thought it just stopped growing.
Thought the infected just stopped right there.
I-
You
I'm
know
be
how
true.
you see the vines?
Because
Yeah, I've
when
been
she-
truthful. Like everybody who didn't show the bite don't look like a bite to me.
Because it looked like you start seeing like the veins.
Yeah, but I think, so think about it this way: let's say if the fungus starts to grow and then it dies out, the fungus is no longer there, but the remnants of it, like the scar tissue and everything.
Oh, no, yeah,
is there.
I mean,
so
That makes sense.
So that's probably why, like, yes, but in this world, just seeing that is enough for somebody to kill you. Right. And
Right, yeah.
so Joe's thing is like, don't show anybody this because they not even gonna give you the opportunity to explain.
But
And
it's
so a
gotta be
bloodhound-
something enough because remember whatever they did in the first episode, she still tested as infected.
Who did?
Right. You right. I
Ellie
forgot
did.
about that. Remember
In the first episode,
the soldier did it.
at the
Remember
end,
when
she still tested as infected.
when Tess found out, and remember when Tess freaked out at the end. So yeah, you right.
So that's why I thought it was like, okay, it's whatever it's in her blood enough that it's like especially with singing, I'm like, okay, it just stopped growing.
So I wonder, is the bloodhound smelling the growth? Like whatever it is whatever the thing gives out that causes the growth. Because then that would make more sense where the thing is just testing the blood, where the bloodhound is not necessarily testing the blood. He's just like whatever hormones or pheromones that the growth is giving out. That's what the bloodhound is sensing.
Or it could have just known, like you said, that it's dead.
Yeah.
And they just, the bloodhound knows, because obviously I think it knows the difference between dead and alive.
They say they could. They're pretty much a bloodhound's nose is it's more accurate and more
it probably
adept.
is tested. It
Yeah,
probably did smell like, that's dead.
It doesn't smell like activeness.
It's like, oh, y'all must have killed an infected.
Right.
Maybe that's why it was so geek to see. You a warrior out here.
Y'all been out here going through them.
Right.
Savior.
I mean, we see that, like I said, as soon as they get in, they feed them. Well, no, first thing first, like I said, when they walking through, the whole town already knew. The whole town looked like, hey, who is these new niggas, dog?
Man, the whole town was thriving, bro.
Oh, that town was thriving.
The parade they walked in on.
It was a Christmas parade.
Like, they were thriving, bro. Like
Christmas
I said, the two man sewing on the log was like, that's harmony.
Yeah.
Bro, real harmony, bro. I'm like, that's what made me like, y'all ain't got electricity because one nigga just be on the chance also.
And like I said, another moment that mirrored the game was the Joel and Tommy, reconnection and everything like that.
Was that where Joel was at? Like, so did this happen in the game? Like, he walked into a town.
Yeah,
he was definitely in Jackson.
Yeah, but they met. They more met outside the outskirts. Tommy also brought him to the town, so he didn't meet him in the town. When he was searching for Tommy, and then what ended up happening is when he finally meets, when him and Tommy meet up, and then Tommy tells him about the town.
Through to where?
You're all right.
Tommy!
Know him. My goddamn brother. Holy shit.
So it's good to see, like you said, it's good to just see a thriving town.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
and like they had the amenities. Like I said, we've been talking about Joel and Ellie eating these fucking jerky. They finally getting some real food, and they was going to town on them plates.
Hey, Bacardi said slow down. Nigga ain't even in the show. Nigga is watching.
The fork sound was so loud.
Clink,
in the
clink,
back.
clink, clink.
I'm like, bro.
They've been eating jerky for 3 months.
Like, and it, like, if you saw Ellie,
and not sanctioned jerky as we talked about,
right?
Like, pocket jerky, bro.
PJ.
Pocket, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you just saw the first, that's what made me tell her to slow down. Cause the first scene when they cut to her, like the way that fork was dead down her throat. Like,
Ellie ain't had nothing since that chicken sandwich from Marlene. Ain't that Marlene? Remember they was
because she was eating just nothing but jerky, hand jerky. Like I said, pocket jerky, eating with your hand,
bro.
no cutting, just
might be wrapped up in the towel, but the towel might be something they use to sneeze and shit on too.
Or like I said, may have been something you found on the ground. Like, okay, we got this. Hey, this works.
They dipped it in the strings.
Yeah.
All right,
you definitely done dropped the jerky on the ground a couple times. Like,
right,
fuck it, man. Just shake it off, and
put
it back in your pocket. I ain't gonna eat it right now, though. I'm gonna forget about it.
Right. But like I said, when they get to their dialogue, because like that's when we're trying, like we realize like, hey, Joe kind of salty right now because Tommy started talking about everything.
Joe was vindicated. He should have been salty. Tommy wasn't shit for that. Tommy on the not good person list.
Before that though, I feel like I said, it was like, even though they had the hug, when he finally saw him, when they finally did sit down and eat though, Joe was really looking at Tommy like, bro, what the fuck you really been?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like he was really like letting them talk and mingle. And that's when they introduced Tommy introduced his wife, because he like, can I get some alone time with my brother? Because I'm about to cuss this nigga out.
Right.
Like,
even the way he said, hey, simple time with family. Like he looked right at Tommy like, hey, yeah, we got some shit to talk about, bro.
Right. That nigga was trying to, he knew Joe was gonna be on his ass. So he gonna grab his wife like, she family too. So whatever you gonna say to her, you got to, you know what I'm saying?
That's salt in the wound, because even Ellie had to tell him, she was like, oh fuck, congratulations. Joe still was looking like, really, nigga, you got married in this time? And she was like, hey, say congratulations. You like, congrats.
Right.
Like that nigga was not here.
Like he was really mad. Like, but you got, that's what I'm saying. Like when you think, that's why I said it was a very, to me it was funny. Like I said, this was funny because I saw it on his face. Because I felt like as he was looking at his brother, he was just realizing all the shit he was going through to find him. And he just like,
and like I said,
well, he realized. Yeah, sorry, what was you gonna say?
He definitely deserved to be.
Yeah.
Tommy wasn't shit for that.
Tommy wasn't thinking about him. I think that was the big thing. He's like, nigga, I done spent almost 4 years looking for you.
Like
And you ain't care.
at all, fam. Like you got married. You
Like,
had babies.
right.
He just like, you living good. That's hey, that nigga was looking around this town like,
He like running water,
Like,
houses.
like,
Like,
hey, His
wife tried to put in the poison to Ellie.
oh, Ellie wasn't going.
Smart on Ellie.
Hey, Ellie was when Maria was really like trying to. She was like, hey, so she was like, I'm saying there's some stuff you don't know about Joe. She like, what about murdering? Because I knew my nigga be murdering. You know what I'm saying? She was like, well, she
That
like.
was
Right. She was like, well,
well,
she like, he still be doing it? She's like, nah. She was like, he still be killing. He was like, not the innocent ones. And then she was like, but nigga, Tommy was out there too. You ain't say shit about him.
They was both.
And then she was like, hey, the funniest part about that whole interaction was she was like, nah, Tommy passed that and everything like that. She like, or Joe smarter than him. Like it was like, she was on Maria Hills.
Don't talk about. Don't do that.
That's
Don't
what
do
I'm
that.
saying. Don't be coming at my pops like
Don't do
that.
that,
He
fam.
did what he did. He did what he had to do.
What he had to do, fam.
Right.
Unlike this.
And that was the other one I was going to say. Unlike Tommy.
Like Tommy bitch ass.
Right. No, yeah, like one of those movies where the hood, two brothers.
That's what I said.
One nigga the
I
hood
told you,
nigga.
he the one who got out, and now he's looking back like, man, we shouldn't have been doing shit like you bogus for doing shit like that back.
But it's not even that dude, because Joe's still a hood nigga, so he walking in on him like, oh, so you out here living, you out here doing the fuck you like we was out here getting it out. Well, because
remember the whole reason why he found out that Tommy was about to be a pops and shit like that, because he was like, yeah, man, he was like, because remember when they first credit, he wasn't telling him. Tommy was like, yo, how's Tess? He was like, I don't even know where it is. He was like, yeah, she good? He was like, what about the girl? He was like, nah, you know what I'm saying, some Firefly big wig, you know what I'm saying? Like, but like what made everything, because he remember his plan was like, hey man, me and you, we can go do this cargo together, get the band back together, and then that's when Tommy's like, I'm about to be a pops, and he's like, wait a minute, like Joe, Joe had so many moments of, wait a minute, nigga, wait, what?
That's what I'm saying. Joe was so cutthroat. He was trying to put him back in the streets.
He was. He's trying to bring him back to the streets.
He's like, you got to do it. I can't do it. You got to do
it.
Yeah.
Nah, but still, Joe had his reason. You can't tell me you finna be good on just keeping your brother out. Nobody else. This is the apocalypse. No, you got legit family out there.
Yeah, you cut those for that.
You bogus.
That's what I said, but that's what I'm saying. Like, that means that's what I'm saying.
But
Joe was a different monster.
Tommy
in Tommy's
was right
eyes.
along with him.
But in Tommy's eyes,
just because you done changed.
No, but the difference, I think the difference is Joe accepted this is who I am. Tommy always, it seems as if Tommy was always on the 1 foot in, 1 foot out, like, man, we shouldn't be doing this. But he gonna do it.
That's how Tommy, Joe said Tommy was always wishy-washy. Remember he joined the army to try to do something, didn't do that. Joined the Fireflies to try to be part of something bigger. He let his wife get in his ear.
Like I said, we get into it, and this is, like I said, where the another emotional part, is like you say, we start to see that Joe really feels like he's not fit for this job. We need to talk about also, it seems like he's having some heart problems.
Bro, I think it's stress.
It may be stress, anxiety and stuff like
and
that. Yeah.
You can't
so it keeps on kicking in, but like we realize, like, he feels that he felt his daughter, and that he's going to fail again. Like that's his
probably
fear.
Feel like he felt Tess.
Yeah, so he's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want this. Because I can't, I'm not, And he said, in my dreams, I keep failing. Like, in his eyes, he's been a failure this whole time. Where Ellie's like, no, nigga, you've been my savior. What are you on, fam? Like,
see, that's why Jackson would work. He'd had a chance. He ain't have to worry about trying to save people no more.
He don't know how to.
No, he wouldn't, because, we know what have fucked him up with this town and how Joel is. He would have became, I need to protect this town. That would have been the end of Joe, dog.
And he would have been on Tommy's ass. Tommy would have been like, he gotta go. Tommy wouldn't have liked it. Tommy didn't call that nigga because he don't want him.
Yeah, because he knows Joe gonna be like, we gotta protect this whole town, 24/7, no sleep, everybody up. Yeah, everybody up, hold guns.
He turned to the military. Joe got at 6 for drill.
Joe got a gun back in Tommy's hand. Like, Joe would be that motherfucker that niggas out sleep. Like, we don't be having no people. Like, we don't be having to worry about them. But Joe just in the neighborhood, rifle up, just walking around. 2 o'clock in the morning. They're like, bro.
right.
Like, scuffing through niggas' yards and shit. Like, got the whole town on edge. Like, that's what Tommy knew, bro. Tommy knew. That's what I'm saying. Like, Tommy wasn't that. Tommy was like half. I want to say the nigga was half the man Joe was. Like, that's how he knew he got away. Like, yeah, I can't bring bro here. Bro gonna embarrass me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, but like I say, you know, he confided, and then he also tells Tommy, which, like, I think again, you thinking about Walking Dead shit, because you was like, that's the wrong person to tell. You definitely said you totally thought that Tommy was going to either tell everybody, tell his wife or something, right? And Tommy was like, all right, I'm gonna keep it between us. I'm gonna do this. You know what I'm saying?
But I mean, that's why.
Joe's crumble.
Yeah, Joe's like, he would probably kill Tommy if he told me. Don't play with me, fam. Like, I've been through enough, and I asked you the only nigga I can trust.
Right.
Nigga. Don't you tell on me, bro. Like,
we talk about Tommy being cutthroat, not contacting Joel. It obviously runs in the family, because the way that Joel was talking to Ellie when she overheard that conversation.
Yeah, Joe don't get no fuck.
But I was like,
that's also a lot of.
Joe done said that's like Joe been on that energy with Tommy before. That's why Tommy.
But a lot of times, and Joe could also just be an asshole. But a lot of times in real life, people say stuff like that because they like, look, it's better to cut this off now.
Well, it was. She brought up his daughter. Remember, because Maria told her about his daughter, and he said, like, he was like, what did you hear? And then she started talking, and then he was like, all right, like, he was taking it until she said, I'm not her. And then that's when he was like, hey, you need to shut.
But no, but I'm saying,
watch your motherfucking mouth.
But a lot of people, they try to, like, especially when they know they trying to, like, cut somebody off or like do those. They try to, all right, I'm gonna make you mad at me, so now you don't have a chance.
Right, you don't want to be with me.
Yeah,
because I don't have the strength to cut it off.
But like myself. I said, Joe could also just be an asshole. I don't know if I can just get out.
Yeah, I was saying he just said some shit like that at the time before.
Yeah. So that's another scene that mirrors the game. Like from the she had a more, I think it was a track jacket in the game, but the hoodie that she has, the design and everything matches the track jacket.
The track jackets in there.
I don't know. I
feel like that.
But where they missed, and it probably was just a licensing thing. In the game, she had red dirty Chucks on, right? Because I remember making a point like, dog, she got some Chucks. She been walking around in Chucks.
She had Chucks on in one episode.
But not in this episode.
But
I'm saying this scene, the Chucks wasn't on.
But I'm saying I can't think it's that just might have been just a generic. Because I remember I asked him in one of the episodes, like, fam,
you're right. But they mirrored the whole scene. Her sitting in the room, the window.
Probably couldn't find them red Chucks.
Right, maybe they lost the whole.
She had boots on. She had boots on.
Okay.
Which is way more effective if you in
that's
the
smart
apocalypse.
Yeah.
Having boots and everything, but like that everybody in my life, you know what I'm saying, either died or left me, and that moment with Joel and everything like that, that mirrored the game. But if I'm not mistaken, they get interrupted by like action that you got to do, and she runs off, and then they have that meeting back again. Then, like I said, so Joe, that's what he told, like, look, come time in the morning. No, because he even cut her deep. He said, you know what, you right. You ain't my daughter, and I damn sure ain't your pops. So we moving out all this shit at the end. And like I said, morning time comes, but Joe's there. Like I said, he even hung around. That's what we was trying to tell you. He said he was like, what you do? He was like, I was gonna steal one of these horses and go. And then Tommy was like, I would have gave it to you. He was like, yeah, well, that was 30 minutes ago. And he was like, but I figured, you know what I'm saying, you should have a choice. You're like, I think you better off with She couldn't.
He didn't finish that. Yeah, I think you better off with
She said, hey, let's go. Boom. Like
that bag of that nigga like, man, you been playing with me.
Hey, Tommy was probably off screen. He was doing all.
He was like, yes.
Anything
is possible.
Right. He was doing all the memes.
And he couldn't tell his wife that too. Like, boy, she's like, man.
Yeah, I wonder how that was gonna work.
Maria, because I'd be mad at Maria. Like, your brother come in and also.
Well, he probably told her, I got to do something. I can't tell you everything right now, but I got to go.
But I'd have been pissed. Like, your brother just popped up. What the fuck? Like, fuck you mean? Like, now you got you doing some gangster shit. Like, you gotta think. You already tried to bad talk Ellie about Joe. Like, you know Joe the bad motherfucker. And Joe come in town. And your
she like, damn, I'm 0 for 2.
Yeah, your husband come in the bedroom like, hey, I gotta go do this run with Joe.
I'll be back. You know.
Like, it's the Martin thing. Like, I told Craig and them, I was gonna meet him. I'm see you when I see you.
Right.
So yeah, but then we get back to wholesome content again. We get back to Joe and Ellie.
He teaching her how to shoot.
Teaching her how to shoot.
Yeah, they had a nice
he telling her
moments.
about how contractors are cool. She like, oh, the contractor.
Bro, he told her about football.
Taught her about
that was
football.
the most unnecessary teaching ever.
I want to know how they got there. Like, how did you segue to football? I guess so.
Yep. And then so then they get to the university. Now they changed up a little bit of things in the university. I mean, they kept the monkeys and everything that you see and everything. It's a little bit more whimsical when they walk into it. Like they have that whole opening scene. Like it's like a university that wasn't necessarily touched but abandoned, right? So you still get that sense in the show, but the way it looked, it was like, oh shit, like wait, what is this?
You would think nobody even been in this motherfucker?
Yeah. Well, I mean, because they're still we know that fireflies were there, but we don't know where they're at.
It didn't seem like they left in a panic.
Yeah,
as it did in the show.
Well, when you get inside, they
fair.
start to, yeah.
But even from the beginning,
from the beginning,
it looked like shit was a panic. How everybody left, right? Until you get inside in the game, it's like, oh, this is just because for a second, like, when I played the game, I was like, damn, it's probably people.
What's dope about what they've been doing is, so The Last of Us is a game of exploration, right? You find tapes, you gotta listen to the tapes. Find letters, you read the letters. You find recordings and phones and voicemails and stuff like that. So a lot of the things that they were discovering or they were seeing happen, that we were seeing happen, they're doing it so we can get that understanding. Oh, they went to this town, this hospital, and stuff like that, where in the game, you have to find the recording to hear the scientists say that. There was an infected that was supposed to be there. That I thought they was going to, because throughout one of the recordings, you hear one of the head scientists talk about the experiments that they're doing on the monkeys. And one of the monkeys are infected and bites the doctor or the lead teacher at that facility, and that's what causes an outbreak within there. One of the reasons why they had to flee. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't necessarily a big panic because not that many people got infected, but you do have that moment where you are in there and you have to fight some infected and everything because of that.
They give you that. So the game give you that foreshadow, like there was an infected breakout,
which
here
is interesting in this case because you are left with, well, why the hell did they leave here?
The Raiders.
But you're thinking, you don't know how many researchers were. You're assuming that they should have had enough.
Are you talking about the people there? Are you talking about the actual
Firefly? The Firefly. Yep. You're assuming they're not just leaving the scientists by themselves. Yeah. And we only saw 4 Raiders. Yeah. We don't know how many Raiders are there around there in total.
And I don't know if you remember this part in the game, but bro, this was a heavily intense scene in the game and being in this school, because when the Raiders come, like, you have to work your way out of the hospital again. I mean, the school again. You got to fight off so many Raiders, but it's one of those ones where it's like, oh, they're all in this room, so now you got to sneak around. You can do stealthy or you can fight. Yeah. So it's like one of those
obviously,
type of parts.
This game is built heavily on stealth. I never did stealth.
I did on certain one. For this one,
as much as I didn't need to do stuff, I was not doing stuff.
Yeah. You gonna see.
I died a lot of times. A lot of times.
Yeah, so like I said, that was pretty dope. But like I said, you do deal with the Raiders. And then another part of the mirror of the game is Joe getting stabbed. Same thing. She puts Joel on the horse, they walk, and he passes out in the game and everything like that. Like all that part was mirroring the game, which was pretty dope.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's definitely dope.
So Didge, let's get to your question.
Yeah, so Bacardi kind of knew where I was leading with this already. Would you stay in Jackson?
Would I have if I don't?
And knowing we ain't even gonna make it your brother. Would you tell somebody? Say you say with a close friend you grew up with. Are you telling that person that you're really close with?
It's really we'll simplify it. If you were there. You have the opportunity, not to say you don't have the opportunity, but it's just saying that you have one person.
Yeah, they tell you to bring one person.
Yeah. Well, no, they say
you can't, but it's one person. But
would you go against their rules?
Would you
tell that
to at least get one person?
That's what I mean. Yeah,
to at least get one person there.
So, one, would you stay? And if you would you do that?
I'm telling.
Okay.
But I'm really, really arguing my claim. Like I'm not finna just be like I feel like Tommy didn't argue his claim.
Like, I feel like he didn't either.
Even try.
Yeah, I don't think.
I feel like he did.
Like I feel like that's what I'm saying. I feel like he didn't. So that's like I would definitely be arguing my claim, but that's the hard part about it. If I argue my claim and they still say no,
are you staying?
they gonna have an issue because if I leave them,
well, because my thing is this too.
yeah, if I leave, I'm coming back. You know what I'm saying? Like,
because like Tommy could have been like, as soon as he saw Joe, like, Joe, hey bro, look, great, this is gonna be great because I've been really arguing to get you here for this whole time, so now they can meet you and shit like that. Like he ain't say none of that. You know what I'm saying?
He could have lied.
He could have been like, I've been trying to get you here. Like I said, the reason why I ain't call you because I had to iron some shit out. He ain't do none of that. He got his happy comfy life and he was like, ooh, I'm good.
Because he could have lied.
I'm here for
and it would have. I doubt Maria.
Joe would have believed it.
I mean, Joe might not have believed it. I doubt Maria was gonna sell it out because as soon as Maria heard his name, she brought him there.
Well, she ain't gonna. I mean, she knows that Tommy was looking for her brother, but it's probably still that.
Tommy was not looking for her brother.
No. Well, she knew Tommy. She knew about Joe through Tommy.
But that's what I'm saying.
But
it would have helped Tommy's lie. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying.
I feel like
it sold it out.
But I feel like you have to bring him to your brother. If you meet the brother and say, I've been looking for my brother, and you don't, and then let's say Tommy he was like, yeah, and then later, let's say they reunite later on, and Joe's like, hey, I met her like 3 months ago. Tommy gonna be pissed at Maria now. Like, why you ain't tell me that 3 months?
It still helps Tommy's lie.
Huh?
It still helps Tommy. That's all I'm thinking.
Oh no, it helps out. But I just feel like Maria, no matter what, she had to.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You cannot leave that.
Oh no, yeah,
you cannot leave
you're
that
not
out
wrong
there.
about that part. But I was just saying Tommy should have been smarter and just lied because knowing now he has him.
But we see that Tommy don't got that street smart. If that was Joe would have lied.
Yeah,
Tommy's still working out. Tommy is good. He's domesticated.
Yeah,
what about you?
I ain't staying without my people, so that's why.
I'm not staying without
that is good. I'm not.
So listen here. I would stay, but right off the rip, I'm telling them about my person.
Okay.
And so it's like, look, if y'all want me to stay, truly, y'all gotta bring them. If not, then no, I'm good. Right. So I wouldn't even had time to get accustomed to it. Right from the gate, I'm bringing it up.
Yeah, I think what Bacardi said is the most accurate about. I'm not staying without my people, and they gonna really have a problem because if I leave, we coming back.
Now we on some Walking Dead shit.
Like
now we on Walking Dead shit.
I'm like, all I asked for one nigga, y'all want to play with me. You know what I'm saying? All I asked was for one person. Y'all don't trust me.
Like Bacardi said, now it's a we coming back.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, we definitely coming back. Like,
why too good here? I seen it.
Cause I get it. Cause I'm like, cause I can even believe like if Tommy called Joe, it was like, bro, you gotta come by yourself. But I gotta come. Joe not coming by himself.
No.
Joe telling the test. Joe gonna be in the.
Joe is at least gonna bring.
Joe gonna be in the streets like. I got a spot.
Because we don't know how much.
I don't think he telling anybody else other than Tess.
Tess. I don't know. Like, it seemed like him and Marlene had some bad blood.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like him and Marlene.
So I don't know if you'll tell Marlene, but I don't know if.
And then Bill and Frank
maybe
had they own.
They wouldn't have knew nobody, so he wouldn't have got.
Yeah, but Tess may have.
He might have brought Tess.
Tess would have told Frank.
But they might have already been dead by then.
Well, true. They would have been dead by then.
We don't know.
They was.
No, but we don't know when Bill and Frank died.
But what I'm saying, let's say if everything played out and Tess survived. Remember, they were still traveling to Frank.
Oh yeah.
And at that time, they would have got around the same time. They would have definitely been dead. Because remember, Frank and Bill died. None to dealing with Joel and them. They just came across their bodies and stuff like, oh shit, all right.
You're right. So yeah.
But I mean, that's what because I feel like if I would have been anybody, if I'd have been a smart man, like I would have when Frank and them died. I would have radioed from them to somebody back like, hey bro, this is a nice little spot out here. Like y'all should bring some people out here, set up camp, like you know what I'm saying, like expand, nigga. Like I wouldn't have left that shit deserted.
Fedra wasn't letting them out.
Yeah, you can't.
Oh yeah,
remember they was hanging niggas for that.
Yeah,
unsanctioned leaving the town, hung. Unsanctioned coming into town, hung. Like them niggas was wilding, dog.
Yeah, Fedra was a very awful organization. On some level, you understood why Kansas City happened the way it did. But it's also like y'all also went a little wild too. That's why y'all saw y'all end.
Yeah, I mean So I get that.
So who won the episode for you?
For me, Joe. This was his episode. So I mean, like from beginning to end, this was an episode based on the growth of him and Ellie. Like every episode, the dynamic of Joe and Ellie is the talk. You know, Ellie really is the talker.
Right.
And like I said, with it being 3 months later, even in the beginning of the episode, like what it was, if you pay attention to the beginning of the episode, it was still they were in sync. Like, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't what it was, this is what I'll say. What it was is what we were used to, but it was more fluid.
Mm-hmm.
Like when Ellie was upstairs, talking about, can I come down now? And I'm like, Joe was still irritated.
Oh yeah.
But you can tell this 3 months of him dealing with this. Like
he knows her personality.
Look,
her
cussing,
oh yeah, he does.
all that kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? So the beginning of the episode,
cussing never bothered me.
But I mean, he have his moments where he'll look at her.
Well, because remember his daughter.
He said that he was looking
daughter
at her
was
at
cussing too way back then.
He was looking at her at the table, like when they was when they was at with Tommy and the wife.
I think it's in front of people. I think it's like, hey.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's some dad shit. That's some don't make me look bad. People.
So I mean, but again, that's what I'm saying. Like, so I feel like that's what it was. I feel like it was because I think because. Like I said, because they were having all that in the beginning, but then the fact that we hear that Joe was having all this, issues still within his own mind of like just the past, whatever. Like I said, we don't know what happened to him in 3 months.
Oh yeah.
So I figure like we only saw prior to 3 months that they really got into some gangster shit already.
Yeah. And
then 3 more months of shit, this nigga has been just completely stressed. Like, so you clutching your chest, you really out here
like
having
anxiety attacks.
Yeah, you having anxiety. Like, so it's like you realize that this shit was really like it took a toll on him. And it was like we figured out like it's because that he's really getting close to her. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like he's really getting close to her. He's really realizing that he really, really has to protect her, but he also realizing like, damn, she protected me. Like I'm fucking old. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
right.
I can't really like that's why he was trying to go to Tommy, because it's like she really wants me with her, and I know she got my back, but she shouldn't have to have my back.
You know that saving him in Kansas City.
Yeah, that hurt.
That's
way so hard.
Yeah, that hurt, nigga. That hurt, bro.
That's because he didn't even hear him. Remember, they was telling him, he was like, bro, I didn't even hear them. He was like, she had to save me because I was too slow and I couldn't even hear.
Yeah, so it was like,
so it wasn't. I think if she saved them and they was both like guns a blazing together with each other, he would have been all right. But he got caught slipping.
Hey, that'd have been weak shit if they was back to back.
But he got caught.
I'd have loved it.
He got caught slipping. He got caught slipping, and that fucked with him.
So and because it's a kid, your goal is to protect the kid. You're not. This wasn't an agreement where you already know you're dealing with an able-bodied person that can fight with you. You supposed to be protecting this child, and she protecting you. So it's like you definitely gonna have that moment. So I feel like even his breakdown with Tommy and all that kind of stuff, and just really crying. Like we've been seeing this nigga. Like I said, we've been seeing him being an asshole. And the last time we really saw him getting the gangster, he was still an asshole. Yeah. And 3 months later, it's like he finally see his brother like, bro, I'm tired.
Yeah.
That was a true.
I'm tired,
boss.
Can you take over?
Right. I'm actually gonna go with Marlon and Florence though. Those they won the episode for me.
They were hilarious.
They won that. They was hilarious. It was wholesome. You got to see people who they was already secluded on their own from the world before everything went. Right. So when it happened, it was more so like, all right, we just gotta protect ourselves a little bit more, right? You know what I'm saying? Like now we not just secluded, but now we also gotta be defensive in case some people come.
Right.
And you just see that, like even the way, like even in this world, like I don't doubt that his wife could have handled herself, but it's still that nature of, all right, I'm gonna protect you, I'm gonna hunt for you, like you take care of home. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And like, even like the they still have that old couple banter, because he was like I said, when he walked in, he's like, you made him soup? She was like, yeah. And then he was like, tell me where we're at. He was like, did you lie to him? She was like, no, I told him the truth. She was like, are you lying to me? Like I felt like that was just old couple shit. Like you lying to me, or what we doing here? You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? Like I thought that moment was so significant in this show, just to kind of show that.
And he had to trust her face too, because he really was saying like, are you telling me the truth? Like, you know what I'm saying? You're not lying, right? She was like, no. But it's like, you got to know each other's face.
Oh, yeah, you got to know each other.
Because you ain't going to say, yeah, I'm lying. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's why you said it's got to be old couple.
Also, probably how she said it. Because what if she was like you not lying to me? And she was like, nah, not at all.
Right.
Like, then that probably know that I'm a liar because she lying. You know what I'm saying? Like you know your person.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So like they won the episode for me.
I'm giving it to Ellie, strictly on the scene of when Maria tried to poison her against Joe. She went on the defensive quick. She
held it down.
Was like, yo, hold on. You're not finna do my dollar.
Time out. Why you touching my hair too? She's like,
right.
time out. You think you got me in the spot.
Right.
You think you got me in the spot.
You thought doing my hair was going to make me turn? Like you thought I was going to trade?
She definitely thought she had the trump card with Joe killed people before. And you can tell she thought when Ellie was like, oh, I know that. But what about Tommy?
Ellie didn't even give her a chance to say. She like, you know, there's some stuff you don't know about Joe. She like, I know. My nigga be killing niggas. You know what I'm saying? What you want?
we bought that.
Matter of fact, I killed the nigga for him.
Right.
Like, what you think?
That's what I'm saying. Like if she was, you would have thought Ellie would have really bust down with that too. Like we both kill motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Fuck with him if you want to.
Like I said, that scene really felt like when somebody talking about your parent. And you like, hey, hold up, you're not finna come at
You're
me.
not about to come at my nigga like that.
Which, I mean, that's what I'm saying. It showed the dynamic of like you said, it's that long now that it's like they like Ellie definitely like, nigga, I ride for you. What you?
Right.
So that's why she was really salty. Like, nigga, I was riding for you.
Right.
Nigga, you dropping me off? You dropping me off?
Right.
Nigga, like you don't even know what they was trying to say about you. Like, I ain't killed nobody else in a minute, but I get us away, nigga.
So hey, no, that's a solid one. So how many Eagles you giving this episode?
I mean, I'm gonna stick with the same 5. It was a good episode.
I'm giving it 5 too, man.
Yeah, it deserves a 5.
It was a solid episode. Like I guess especially now knowing we finna go into a flashback like this. Like in a sense, this is like the break.
So yeah, man. So look, that is our recap. That is our review, man. Let us know in the comments again who won the episode for you, and also if you found a town thriving like this, would you stay? And also, would you would you
bring that one person?
Would you bring that one person? Don't forget, join our Patreon. You can watch our live rewatch right here in our Patreon right here. I need more hands, guys.
Are you pointing at yourself?
No, I'm going like this. Have y'all not watched the playback?
I have, but the way we are, we're stacked like this. So I'd be confused.
No.
For the end, that's right.
For the end, it'd be this scene. It look like this. I got this, man. Right.
I always forget that portion. I just be thinking back to the main. Like, bro, we stacked though.
Yeah.
So,
No.
I hated it the first time we did that. I'm like, bro, this makes no sense.
But yeah, man, as always, this is the only podcast that blend hip-hop culture and geek culture together that was featured in Forbes, that is now bringing you exclusive content on Sway's Universe, and we are out.
Peace.